Okay. Episode 136, Boruto has finally concluded, and I finally was able to make a video about it. So, but I gotta say, it was a great episode and all, but it really bothers me that Sasuke has a jutsu up his sleeve for this exact scenario to wipe everybody's memory. And this is just something else that bothers me when it comes to the Uchiha. I love the Uchiha, don't get me wrong. No shade on the Uchiha. But when it comes to plot, they just always got some bullshit up their sleeve. Like the whole Izanagi and shit, like just fucking with the timeline, the flow of time and space. Like always just some hacks ass abilities to where people don't have to deal with the repercussions of shit. And that bothers me a little bit, especially because a lot of this time travel was actually some really great character growth, or would have been some really great character growth had they would have been able to retain a lot of their memories, at least in my or I it's hard for me to enjoy the sweetness of Oroshiki's defeat when there's no salt. There's nothing. They didn't really take a L anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just everything is just peaches and cream, and that's just like, come on, man. Like Urashiki was a pretty big threat, regardless if he was slow motion with it. He was a big ass threat, and Sasuke was out of chakra for half the time. So for there to be no repercussions, and you gotta think like just. I mean, it's just too much that went on for that just to have just all positive shit in the future still happening. It's like, come on, man. I don't know. It just bothers me that Sasuke was just able to just, yep, I could just wipe people's memory. Like, who the fuck taught him that? And where the fuck did he learn that shit? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It just kind of bothers me a little bit. But outside of that, the episode was great. I loved Jiraiya's smile. Right as when he seen Sasuke's Sharingan, it's like he knew everything. Like he knew everything. He was like, yes, this little shithead that left the village actually ended up coming back. Naruto, knucklehead ass, actually ended up changing the world and shit. Everything that I believed he could do, he actually achieved. And you knew Jiraiya knew all that shit in that brief moment when he smiled. I think that was the most satisfying out of everything. You know what I mean? But I gotta say, why the fuck did Boruto was just not able to meet Sasuke, like young Sasuke, like come on. Like to be honest, fuck him meeting everybody else in the village. I wanted Boruto to meet Sasuke when they're going back to their time period, but it's like, oh, I got some extra chakra left. Y'all want to go to a different era, or whatever. Boruto should have been like, I thought he was gonna be like, yeah, I want to see Sasuke, and Sasuke was just gonna be awkward. You know what I mean? Speaking of Sasuke being awkward, man, it was a great moment seeing Jiraiya put that motherfucker on blast. When Sakura came up with them hard hitting questions, and that motherfucker was just standing there, like you know, it was pissing him off. It was just eating him, eating him. He was just like. It's true. I mean, the way they drew Sasuke in the distance, damn, that shit was funny, bro. I don't think it's really funny to have Sasuke in these weird, awkward, forced moments. I mean, it was really refreshing to see Sasuke really trying to play along, and you know he's not fucking with none of this shit. You know what I mean? But you know he's not fucking with this shit, and I think this little gems like that is what made the episode, in my opinion. Like, I love seeing shit like that. That's why I'm like, part of me is I can understand why he had to erase people's memories. But to be honest, I wish the little turtle thing could erase memories. Like, because to be honest, Sasuke having an ability like that up his sleeve for plot convenience just kind of pisses me off a little bit. Because I don't think I've ever seen him just use a jutsu to make everybody forget shit. I don't know. It's been a while since I read the season 1 manga or whatever the fuck. Or watched any of the old school Naruto. You know what I mean? Like, it's been a minute. So, I'm like, shit, maybe there's a jutsu in a lost chapter somewhere, in a novel somewhere that I missed. But I'm like, what's up with this hacks ass jutsu that Sasuke just got waiting up his damn sleeve? You know what I mean? Like, that's like him having the jutsu to possess somebody or some shit. Like, I don't know. I'm not talking about genjutsu. I'm talking about actually being able to transfer consciousness. You'd be like, where the fuck did Sasuke learn that shit? But it's just, other than that, it was a really great episode. I really enjoyed it. I hope they keep bringing the fire, but I gotta say, I feel like it's kind of gonna slow down. You know, I got in the ending where Naruto and Boruto is sharing that ramen together. I shed a tear just a little bit because I was like, man, I love that. I thought that was pretty cool. Them being at the graveside of Jiraiya, it's like, oof. All that time spent with Jiraiya just to see his graveside, it's like, oof. Like, damn. Like, forget that Jiraiya died brutally. So it's like, damn. But I think that was probably my major gripe. It's just Sasuke just having the ability up his sleeve to just erase memories. It's kind of like Itachi having the ability, like that Izanagi ability to like trap people in their own mind until they come full circle or some shit. Like you're like, when the fuck did he have this and why? Like what the fuck? It's just plot convenience, and that shit kind of just drags down the underlying essence of the video of the anime, just in my opinion.